Hello there, senior candidates. Welcome to Educate. Welcome to Educate. Let us do the rural urban migration. Now, what is rural urban migration? Rural urban migration is basically the movement of people from rural to urban areas. Now that you know what a rural settlement and an urban settlement is, we need to know that people often move from rural areas to urban areas. It's less likely for you to find someone moving from urban areas to rural areas. At least they won't do that. So look at this. Hey, Bugo Mama, look at them. You can see that they've got luggages here. It looks like they're even carrying grass to urban areas. This probably won't happen, but basically, what actually causes people to move away from rural areas and what actually causes people to come to urban areas? Why does rural urban migration even happen in the first place? So, the factors that cause people to leave rural areas are known as push factors. So, these are the factors that are pushing people away from the rural areas. So, the push factors describe those factors that cause people to leave rural areas and start a new life in urban areas. Then the pull factors are the factors that cause people to move to urban areas. So the pull factors are those things that we find in urban areas that cause people to be pulled towards urban areas so that people will move. Okay, so now let's look at how that works. So by this diagram, you can see that the rural areas are pushing people away. Then the urban areas are like a magnet. They are pulling people towards them. And you can see that this couple here is moving with their children. Hey, they've got a lot of children. Another one is even still pregnant. But basically here we have got push factors and pull factors. So you need to know how to describe each and every one of them, because one thing that is a disadvantage in rural area becomes an advantage in urban areas. So they are interlinked. So let's look at those. So we have got the push factors that we find in rural areas. What actually pushes people away from rural areas is that there are no jobs. So basically in rural areas, there are no jobs available. But in urban areas, the pull factor, what pulls people towards urban areas is that they are better or there are more jobs. So basically, rural areas push you away because there are no jobs, there's no employment there. You won't even do anything in rural areas. Okay. But urban areas, they pull you. They've got a pull factor on you because they are better, there are more jobs. You can try there and do something. And then there's also limited access to services such as water and electricity. So in rural areas, people often fetch water from wells, if you know what a well is. At least I know most 2000 watching this video are not from rural areas, so you probably don't know what a well is. So most people, they don't have water in rural areas. They've got a limited access to services. Maybe there's only one tap supplying the whole rural area, or the whole rural settlement is supplied by only one tap or one source of water. So there's a limited access to services. Okay, even electricity, some rural areas don't even know what electricity is. Like really, they don't know it because they don't have it. All they know is wood and fire. But in urban areas, it's a pull factor that there are better access to services, because in urban areas we have got water, we have got electricity. These are supplied by the local municipality or the city council of that particular place. All right, so it's something rare for you to see an urban area without electricity. Okay, there is Eskom and doing load shedding and whatnot, but basically, it does provide electricity. There's a better access to those services, all right, because there are a lot of economic activities that depend on that electricity. All right, so it's a pull factor in urban areas to have this better access. Then another push factors, rural areas, there's poverty. All right, basically there's a low standard. There's a low standard of living in rural areas. Guys, don't say that I'm discriminating rural areas in this video, because I feel like my tone sounds like that. But basically, there's poverty in rural areas. People are poor. They don't have money there. Basically, there's only one economic activity. There's only one primary economic activity, that is to just do farming and fishing and doing that. You won't find in the rural areas a fancy place where you can go and play games on a PlayStation or something like that. No, Okay, there's poverty, so there's a low standard of living. There's nothing much. There's a low standard basically. Whereas in urban areas, it's a pull factor that there's a better standard of living in urban areas. All right, there's a lot of things in urban areas. People are not that poor, of course, so there's a better standard of living. And then the other push factor in rural areas is that there's poor education. There are fewer schools. Basically, there are less schools in rural areas. You'll probably find only one school and you'll find it situated on top of a mountain or something like that. Yeah. So one school found on top of a mountain, you find that in rural areas. But in urban areas, there's better education. There's access to a variety of educational institutions. There are even primary schools, there are secondary schools, there are tertiary schools. Right now, I'm in a university. Okay, you won't find a university in a rural area. But I'm joking. My university is in a rural area, by the way. So, but basically, in Essentia, most rural areas or most rural settlements, they've got a pure education standard. There are fewer schools for people, for learners to go and get educated. Because once you grow up in rural areas, the next thing that you have to do is to start heading your cows and whatnot. And then there's also poor housing in rural areas. In rural areas, you're probably gonna build your houses using clay and using a udaga, yeah, something like that, and you're gonna be like drying it and whatnot. But in urban areas, there's better housing. Okay, there's better access to housing in urban areas or in locations. There are RDP houses. You know that the RDP houses from the government, the ones that are given to citizens of South Africa for free. Yes. All right, but in rural areas, you won't find an RDP house. So it's more like in rural areas, there's poor housing. You will just be like staying in those huts, and maybe sometimes the water will be just leaking in. So that thing will push you away very. That's why people move from rural areas to urban areas, because urban areas in Essentia, they are better in all aspects. But now, this is a problem because rural areas will end up not having people at all. If everyone leaves rural areas and goes to urban areas, what do you think will happen? What will happen, in fact, is known as rural depopulation. So, rural depopulation, it is the decline in the population of rural areas due to rural urban migration. So, this means that the rural areas is now having less people, or the population in the rural areas, it is now smaller due to people that have left. People have left due that rural urban migration. That's where people left from rural areas to urban areas. Now that they've left, the rural areas will be depopulated. The rural areas will be this empty. So you can say that the rural areas, they are left with no one. So they can use this term ghost towns. So the term ghost towns best describes that we have got what? We have got rural areas with no one, with no people, with no families. Of course, once you get educated, you probably want to take your parents away from such an area. Okay, at least in many African homes, no one loves rural areas. Okay, at least in my own opinion. All right. So basically, that there's a lot of consequences, because first of all, the productivity in rural areas will drop. Okay, so we say that is known as a brain drain. Basically, when people go away from rural areas, people are productive. Remember, whenever we've got people, they are doing the farming, they are doing everything to make the rural areas a productive area. But because of rural depopulation, because the people have left and went to urban areas to look for a better life in towns and cities, the productivity in rural areas will drop, and that won't be a good thing. Another thing, the businesses, those small businesses in rural areas will close down because there are no people to do the work. All right. Remember, rural areas in Essentia, they don't have that much businesses. Maybe there's only one shop that probably sells 2 eggs per day or something like that. But basically, rural areas have got smaller businesses. But now that people have gone, those smaller businesses will even close because there won't be even no productivity. No people will be there to work. So the unemployment there in rural areas will just increase, because people who are working them, if okay, let's just say the boss decides to now stay in town and just leaves everything, and then the people working with the boss will definitely have no employment, right? And it won't be a nice thing. And also, there will be a lot of crime because there are less people. Remember, I said that in another video that when you are living in a place and you are all together, you support each other. It's a safer place, all right, because there is less crime there. But now people will start murdering the farmers, so there will be farm murders. Okay, so the farm murders, them they are caused. They will actually increase. There will be an increase in the crime rate because there are less supportive systems or services such as the police. So basically, you'll probably find no police person in rural areas. Police don't even visit rural areas. Police, they don't like rural areas. All right, this is not a biased video. I'm just joking. All right. So basically, there are less services. Okay, government services they don't really supply to rural areas. So when people go away, there will be a lot of crime, and no one will be able to support those people, and the services such as the schools and clinics will close. Imagine right now I'm in a rural area and I live with my children. All right, I do have children by the way. I live with my children and I start living in an urban area. Now my children won't go to that school that they went to anymore. So the schools and clinics will have to close down. What's the point in teaching no learners? All right, it's just like wasting time. Even the teacher can choose to go to urban areas as well. So those services such as the schools and clinics, they'll just end up shutting down. Okay, no one will be sick if there's no one in the area. So what's the point? So the productivity is decreasing in essential here. And also the local residents, they do not have access to these services anymore because now that they've closed down, there's less access to services. Now that the clinics have closed down, maybe I'm the only one person staying in this house here, and maybe I get sick. Now I want to go to a clinic. I won't have access to the clinic because the clinic has closed down. The clinic cannot operate just based on one person, me. Nah. I won't be able to consume all the medicine in the clinic. So basically, the local residents, the fewer residents that are left here in the rural areas, when people have moved away, all right, they won't have access to services because they'll close down grade 12. And then there will also be unemployment that increases. I've already touched on that to say that the businesses will close down, so people will be unemployed. And also poverty as well will increase. There will be more poverty, and the standard of living will decrease in rural areas because there are no people to even bring the money. Really, it's hard to bring money in rural areas. What if there are no people? You just be like a ordering. Maybe you go there and you start selling sweets, and Toluchi, no one will even buy those sweets. I told it's only one sweet will be bought in 7 weeks, and you'll be like, that's production. No, that's poverty. So now we need to fix this. It's a very wrong area. Other people like rural areas, but they won't be able to stay if more people keep on moving. All right, because of these consequences that I've just talked about. Now, how do we fix that? Because it's a very serious problem with grade 12. So what can we do, or what can who do? Okay, so the strategies that we can implement in rural areas to reduce a number of people that leave, we can create employment in rural areas. So basically, the government needs to create employment in rural areas. All right. So basically, if we create jobs in rural areas, I don't know what kind of job, but if we create jobs, there's a lot of things that you can do in rural areas. So create employment so that people will be driven back to rural areas. So if I know that the rural areas now are now hiring people, I will go to back to rural areas where I started because I know that I will have work. Because the primary reason, which is the push factor, is that I left because there are no jobs. So here, if we create employment in rural areas, more people will be driven back and we'll be able to fix this thing of rural depopulation. You get me? Yes. So now you also need to provide basic infrastructure. We just need basic infrastructure, all right, such as building roads. If the rural areas have got roads, it'll be like a nice area. People don't like a dull area. Imagine you'll be just walking in dust every day. Nah. Okay. So there must be basic infrastructure, roads, taps, everything. Okay, bring services again, bring electricity, bring everything. Okay, when you bring such things in rural areas, people will be driven back and will be like, hi, this is a place that is livable. Okay, it doesn't have to look like an urban area exactly, but at least the essential things must be brought to the rural areas. The government can also improve productivity by training the farmers. So the farmers can be given training, okay? They will have meaning to life when they train and train and train and know better farming strategies so that they can make better production, so that they can make better productivity and attract other people to come and buy their crops, to come and buy their maize, to come and buy their ponchisi, their beans. You see, so basically, when the government supplies a farmers with some training, the farmers will even feel more confident to say that there is purpose in all this. Because trust me, I come from such a background where I saw that farming doesn't even yield anything in life, because you work there maybe 70 times a week and you probably get less profits, and it won't be even something yielding enough for you to take care of your family. At least I wasn't able to take care of my children when I was still living in rural areas. But now, the moment I moved to urban areas, that's when I got a job. And this is the job, the YouTube channel. Yes. And I started taking care of my children, grade 12. You see? So basically, you need to improve. The government needs to train the farmers. And the local government or the local municipality, it needs to provide essential services. That's the most important thing. Okay. Such as water and electricity. Basically, in a place that has got water and electricity is good, because in urban areas, you know that there's water, there's electricity. It's always bright, burning bright, shine bright like a diamond, something like that vibe. You see, but now in rural areas, you have to like use a candle or something like that. Oh, there's no candles in rural areas, by the way. You have to use a wood. You have to like, hi, come on, guys. So the local government can provide those services such as the water, the electricity, and now it will brighten up. By the way, if you sleep in a dark place, the ghosts can even come there and bite you at night. Hey, so basically, we need those services back in rural areas so that the people can be driven back, so that they can go back, so that we can fix this thing of rural depopulation and make rural areas productive again. As any other reasonable answers here will also work. Don't think that these 4 points are the only valid ones, but any other reasonable points will be given a mark. But make sure that you explain each and everything grade 12 and you don't mix up the sentences. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.